Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelorette Recap, a Guy's Review. We've got Blake Horstman, a.k.a. DJ Blake Horstman, coming to us live with some PSA announcement about the overuse of TikTok as a way to, shame contestants on the show, clout chase. Now, let's get into this Blake Horstman story. But first, a little update. We have a story I just released about Katie with regards to Greg Grippo. She liked a photo, then she unliked it. A big story, folks. Can you believe it? We're out here. I do have a story about her spoilers. Reality Steve found out who wins the show, so he thinks. So go check out that video if you want spoilers, of course. If you don't check it out. There you go. All right, so let's get into it. Again, we've got DJ Blake Horstman. Whenever you say DJ, you have to play the air horn. I just got this new air horn sound, which will be very nice. As you guys know, I've been covering I would say faux pas within the TikTok community. So I've been covering, people that tried to clout chase and it backfired. So right here we have David Owens, who broke up with this nice lady. I'm sure she's a fine lady over there in Nashville, I believe. Broke up with her, said, you know what, I'm just not ready for this type of commitment. And then he goes on The Bachelorette, and she tried to shame him for it. And pretty much everyone in the comment section was like, listen, lady, he was just being nice to you. He was not into you. You know what I mean? So, in that scenario, of course, I brought out the ref's hat to decide what I actually thought about things. I am out here officiating. I got some nice audio. I make my way right in. I mean, it's a real high-class production we have over here. I make my way right into the stadium. And, I just zoom right in there, and I decide who's right, who's wrong, and that's what we've been doing. So today I'll decide, is Blake Horstman right for calling out the ladies of TikTok who are clout chasing, riding the coattails of these contestants, or do they have every right to do so? So we'll figure that out. We'll find that out. So I covered her story with David Owens, and we've kind of found out she was in the wrong. Then we have here yesterday, there was actually 4 TikTok stories. We have someone who, by the way, looks in this photo just like my fiance. It is not my fiance. She's not I don't have any clout for her to chase at this point. Hit the like button, subscribe, do what you got to do. Give me some clout. I would love some clout. Chase away. So she talks about how Connor slid into her DMs and was like, girl, wait till the season's over because, let's just see how it goes. And then we, there's a few other people. Claire and Dale had a TikTok, and also Claire's ex, Juan Pablo, had a TikTok with his daughter. Very funny stuff, by the way. And there was a couple others. So we checked those out. And, of course, one of the OGs, this one, TikToker says Bachelorette contestant dumped her to go on the show. This is Courtney. And then, of course, in the comment section, Courtney's sister, Courtney's friends are like, he dumped you in June of 2020. He dumped you 9 months before the show started. So, again, pump the brakes, throw the flag. You are not allowed to. And here's the story. It's like the question is, should we embrace people clout chasing, spilling the tea, as it were, or do these guys deserve a chance to just pursue their life, and is it too far when it's pulling out of the DMs? So let's see what Blake has to say on the matter. Again, this is DJ Blake Horstman from WREC, that's Recapper, WREC News, Blake Horstman here. I don't know. We're trying to have fun. All right, here we go. Let's play this.
I got to come on here and say, women, whether you're from the past of these guys who are currently on The Bachelorette, you're currently talking to them in the DMs, whatever, stop making TikToks about it.
Too much nipple.
It is embarrassing.
Nipple down there. Embarrassing and desperate, he said.
Desperately thirsty. Stop trying to shame these men. If they're single men and they're sliding into your DMs to say hi, that's not a bad thing. They're not doing anything wrong. Stop trying to shame them. Men and women come off the show with already so many trust issues, and it's because of people like you. Just quit it. Stop. It's not attractive. It's not attractive.
Speaking of attraction, maybe get that nipple out of there. What's he doing? Once you get into your 30s, you're not allowed to show your nipples. You got to fully control it. I'm kidding. I'm not here to shame you, Blake. Your points are valid. Is this done? Okay. Let's see if this is done. Yes. One more story here. No, okay, so he's done. So then they posted, BachelorNation.scoop posted a poll to say, do you agree with Blake? 93% of people agreed with Blake, and I'll give you my full take on the matter. My full take on the matter is Blake versus woman of TikTok. Point goes to Blake. It's a first down. You have every right to tell people not to shame these contestants. They go through enough being on the show. But Blake, they signed up for the show. Doesn't that mean we get to spill their private information? No, you idiot. It doesn't work that way. It's called karma. Have you Googled it before? So with regards to this story, I'll say this. That was just in honor of Blake. I decided to put the other way here. By the way, I told Tasha, my fiance, last night, I was like, listen, Tasha, you know how it is. You know how it is. You've been in relationships. Whatever shtick you use to win someone over, it's going to be the thing that they end up hating. Like my charm, my humor, my boyish good looks, whatever the case may be. Tasha's like, ugh. So I'm like walking around the house with my whistle. I go, Tasha, the women of the Bachelor community love when I blow my whistle. They go crazy when I put the crowd noise on and I get a chant going in the background. Oh my gosh, they go nuts for this. Tasha goes, good. Oh, I got a love relationship. All right, so yeah, like that crowd noise I got just pumping in. I'm a one-man show. So as far as this story goes, it's like, look, Blake's got a point. And of course, Blake, you could pull some hypocrisy out of it because Blake did share the text messages of Kaylin. But of course, that was to defend himself. Now, whether you agree with him or not, his motive was purely to defend his good name. No one besmirches the good name of Blake Horstman. I do like Blake, and of course, rumors are that Blake is not at Bachelor in Paradise, which is kind of a shame because I thought we were gonna get Blake this year. I thought we were gonna get Blake and Becca, but maybe not. Maybe that'll have to wait. We'll have to see how it goes. Of course, Sarah Trott with DJ Bazoo over there. A lot of DJs. They always say, don't date a DJ. Let me tell you, no pilots, no DJs, no comedians. All right, I'm just telling you right now. Lay low. No actors. Greg Gripple, looking at you. So you don't want to date them until they get verified and can make a very comfortable income. You know what I mean? That's just the way it works. That's just the way it is. Find an investment opportunity, get a guy with an acoustic guitar, and see what happens. All right. So yeah, the problem is clout chasing, it doesn't work until it does, okay? It doesn't work until it's somebody that you're actually outing that did something really wrong. Like, take Jed's case. Now, Jed's ex wasn't even clout chasing. I don't think she really wanted to do this interview, but she was like, it was an egregious issue. Now, I still side on the fact that while Jed might have told his ex he loved her, clearly they weren't on the same page, whatever it may be. Clearly, he's happy with his current relationship. I believe it's Ellen Decker is her name. I could be wrong. I can't remember all these names, folks. Come on, I'm losing my mind. He said, why do I need to know these people's names? Why do I need to know them? But I do, and I'm here for you. Hit the like button, please. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. So with this case, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to think. When is it too far? When can you clout chase? Is it when you know? I think it has to be like somebody cheated. You can call somebody out if it's going to help the other person. But in Katie Thurston's circumstance, it's like none of this helps her. None of the stories where David Owens broke up with this girl beforehand, that doesn't help Katie Thurston at all. He did, and I you know what? I told this to her. I said, one girl's clout chasing and saying that David Owens, and she was like, oh my gosh, David Owens is the nicest guy. So clearly he's very well liked on the show. He's a good guy. So, and in this case, this was kind of harmless. This actually wasn't that big of a deal. She did share their private text messages, which is kind of a spoiler in and of itself. But also it's she wasn't trying to shame him. She was actually doing this because she was like, oh, how much of an idiot I am. I gave up the guy who's now loved by America. And it's well, that's what happens. You know what I mean? And then the Courtney issue, this was for sure a clout chasing because, she milked it into 3-4 different TikToks. And at the end, people were calling her out going, yeah, you showed photos dating him, but none of the photos were even, from the last year. So what is he not supposed to find love? Is he not supposed to go after someone? Is he not supposed to pursue, his own life of happiness? So that's what the problem becomes is, letting people pursue their own happiness. And of course, if there's 10 different women, or even one, if there's someone who comes out that there's some sort of abuse or some sort of real ugly manipulation, sure, call that out. That's where shame works. Shame works in society when you call out a vagrant abuse of power, okay, or abuse in another circumstance. Absolutely. No one's denying that. I don't want my opinions to be misconstrued here. The problem is if someone's just like, you guys weren't meant to be, so now you get to blast that person. No, it doesn't work that way. You don't pass go. You don't collect $200. You get stuck with Blake Horseman, DJ Blake Horseman, WREK or whatever. Anyway, folks, let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Lots of stories coming your way. Hang tight, hit subscribe, and we'll see you then. Bye, everyone.